Welcome to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. Now, I already made a video called Marry Up, Not Down. And it was talking to women and saying that women should marry up and not marry down. Now, this is assuming, first of all, that you're married. So, if you're not talking about getting married and settling down, actually, you're supposed to be the settler. You, the woman. You were supposed to settle men's wild nature. That's the whole point of you. I know that gets lost in a lot of the stuff and ripping and running around these days, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be the calm one, the sedate one. You're supposed to be the one that you're supposed to have a little bit of womanly wisdom. That has been lost in the movies and the media and all of that sort of stuff. That has been totally, not only has it been lost, but it's been thrown away. So I want to talk about this whole notion of trade up versus marry up. I'm all for marry up. Who's telling you to trade up? I'm going to tell you who's telling you to trade up. And once you find this out, then maybe if you have some sort of womanly wisdom, maybe you'll double think your life. You go and rethink your life, like the Jedi would tell you, right? We live in a clout society now, where you're chasing clout. And you, as a woman, you believe that since you are a woman, instead of you chasing money, you can now chase clout and thereby draft, meaning the racing term where you coast behind somebody who's going in faster than you, and you coast behind, you get into their airstream, and the air passes over you, so that you literally don't have to put forth much effort in the race. So we live in this clout society where now women chase clout. 2018 saw the implementation of clout chasing, where women chased online famous guys. Where they be a streamer or a YouTuber or a Viner or a vlogger or even a blogger, chasing clout. That is, people who are famous, and thereby they then think that they could get with these guys and then have some of that clout rub off on them. Now, it does rub off on them if they're the type of woman who deserves clout herself, and that seems to not permeate through the psyche of the average woman. The average woman is what? Average. Since you're average, you're not worthy of clout yourself. And then chasing clout or chasing some guy with a whole bunch of money, or thinking that you can land a guy with money. What are you bringing to the table? And men keep telling you, what are you bringing to the table? You're you're throwing away the guys who don't have as much clout as you like, or don't have as much money as you like. Uh, this is somebody who has clout. I know you all don't think so, but in the world of clout, the people with huge millions of followers, they look at me and they look at my channel, look at my stuff, and they go, okay. Yeah, really. Uh, Now, where did you get this chasing clout from? You got it from celebrities. This whole media thing to get you to market, they're marketing these celebrities to you. You are then trying to internalize the celebrity lifestyle, which is fake. Which is fake. The real celebrities work very hard. Real celebrities have not a glamorous job. Okay, I told you, if you followed me, I told you I was a model. I at no point thought I was living a model lifestyle. At no point did I think I was having a glamorous lifestyle. At no point, none. Not a single second, none of it. Pictures being taken of me, none of it. I didn't feel glamorous at all. And most of the people in that stuff, I appeared on TV. I've done acting. I appeared on TV. I appeared on MTV. At no point did I feel glamorous. So your whole looking up to celebrities and thinking that, oh, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to go buy shoes just like the celebrities. A lot of the times, a lot of these celebrities and rappers and singers and dancers, all of that stuff is not even bought for them, but lent to them. They wear it for that shoot. They wear it for that show. And then they give it back. And a lot of them are even used like that. They wear the clothes, then the person who made the clothes takes the clothes back and then goes and sells it for 3, 10, 100 times what they normally sell for. They go and auction it off. Because that person, that's them being used, and they don't get the auction money. You're looking up to these celebrities in these fake marriages. Let me shed a little bit of light on this stuff. The manager comes in and says, "Hey, Militia Grande, I think that you should go and be engaged to Tom Harold. And we're going to set up your meeting at this restaurant, and he's going to propose to you, and he's going to, you're going to be seen shopping for the ring, and then he's going to put the ring on your finger at the restaurant, okay? And we're going to make sure that ABC, CBS, and NBC is all there, okay? All right, that's at 6 o'clock, so make sure that you have all your shower and stuff all ready. I'll be back to pick you up at around 3, okay? All right. And the designer is coming over at 2, so you have to have your shower already done before 2. So they want you to make sure that you're clean, so you gotta take the shower at the last minute so that you don't get any human stuff on their clothes, because they don't want human stuff on their clothes. They literally don't even want you to put the clothes on, but they'll be here at 3. Okay, all right. I'll be here to pick you up after they leave. Actually, and in fact, your mom's sick, but we don't have time to go over to see your mom. So we already sent flowers with your, and I signed your handwriting for you, and she said thank you for the flowers. All right, I'll see you at. We're gonna have that ceremony at the restaurant. Okay, so the entire marriage is fake, and then of course the breakup. That has to hit the news too. So the fake divorces, everything. Now, I've mentioned this before, and people argue with me. There are divorces in Hollywood and divorces in corporate America that happen, and literally the woman is very lucky to get away with her life because they have an entire system that's completely secret, completely hidden from all media. How do I know this? Because I have insider. I've had people, like I said, I used to act, and then in doing that, I've met people in the industry, and of course I know people in the industry, and let me tell you everything. And it's just to me, it's not, they're not announcing it to everybody. But they have complete secret systems, secret judges, secret lawyers, everything. And the woman is very lucky to get away with her life. None of this stuff about taking half of his money, because no. That money, half the time, is not his. That money belongs to some corporation, and a lot of these actors today, and I've told people this. I said, have you incorporated your name? So not only do they not take half his money, they can't take half his money because his money isn't his. It belongs to him incorporated. Like Winston Thurston Howell the Third Incorporated is a billionaire. That corporation is a billionaire. Winston Thurston Howell the Third makes $30,000 a year on paper. On paper. He's not a billionaire. All of these movies that you see now, they don't say incorporated, but they'll give the person's name. But the actor's actually incorporated, and that's how you're supposed to do it. So a lot of this stuff that you see, and a lot of the stuff you send this person, this and this person, a lot of that stuff is fake stuff. Now, trading up is fake. And for those people who do not know what trading up is, it's when the woman has a man and she has decided that she has met somebody cuter, richer, buffer, drives a better car, and has more clout. She's going to trade up. Then she gets with that guy, and after she gets used to his looks and his buffness and his money, then she's going to trade up again. The problem is, this whole trading up thing, is that it is consistent. It is day to day. Like literally, you can have a girl go from, and if she's pretty enough, she can get away with it. Now, here's the problem. Marrying up, which is something that you do when you are 18, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, you have picked a family and a guy that belongs to that family that are richer, higher class, better educated, set for life than you, or set for life in your eyes. If you're an average woman, you need to come to terms with that and be honest with yourself. You're an average woman. You want to see women who trade up? I want you to look at Danny Brazirin. He's the Instagram, the lord of the Instagram, right? He has a bunch of women. He literally has a custom bedroom bed that something like 10 people can sleep in. And all of the women that he's with are all 10s, straight 10s. They have perfect bodies, perfect waistlines, perfect hips, perfect everything. They take off all of their clothes all the time. They're completely divested of all their clothes, and they're still perfect. There are a lot of people, when they take off their clothes, they're not still perfect. A lot of people look nice in clothes. When they take their clothes off, they're not so nice looking. I know that's hard to believe, but trust me, when you get further down the whole attractiveness totem pole, it starts happening. Marrying up is goal-oriented. It is family-oriented. You're trying to marry into a family. Buying stuff doesn't make you high society. It makes you a consumer. Buying stuff you can't buy yourself into high class, right? You can't buy a Lamborghini and all of a sudden be high class. Case in point, the whole idea of this notion of nouveau riche, talking about old money, talking about nouveau riche, is that the nouveau riche, the people with new money, these are millionaires who just got $1 million, go out and they all go on shopping sprees, and they go crazy shopping, and they buy fancy cars, and they buy big houses, and they throw lavish parties like the movie The Great Gatsby. Uh, I was unconvinced whether or not Great Gatsby actually had money, because after a while it all dried up and his parties stopped. But that's the whole notion, that the new money doesn't know what to do with money. They can't, and they're not invited to the country club. They're not invited to the wealth maintenance meetings. They're not invited to the investor meetings. They're not invited to the old boys club. And for any of you who said, "Oh, they don't want to be," yes, they do. Yes, they do. You know why? Because then they end up like MC Hammer, who was rich and spent all of his money and has nothing to show for it. Same thing with what is Mike Tyson. All of these new millionaires, and then all of a sudden, it's all gone. It's all gone. You, as a woman, marry into a family. You're not just hanging out with a friend. So we're talking about marriage here. And the problem with trading up is that you get into that loop, and then you're 28, and it's all over then. It's all, no, yeah, seriously, it's all over. I don't care how cute you think you are. People can tell that you're 28, and when you're 28, you have to compete with 18-year-olds. Can a 28-year-old compete with an 18-year-old? If she is the top, if she's Madonna, if she's Beyonce. How many of you are 28 and Beyonce? Pretty sure there's only one Beyonce. Pretty sure there's only one Madonna. Pretty sure there's only one Ariana Grande. You're not all Beyonce. You can prance all you want to. You can buy Gucci all you want to. Whose money are you using anyway? Trading up sets you up for consumerism. You end up with a failed family if you ever go down that road to actually get married to somebody. And trading up does not mean you're just dating. Trading up, that whole psychosis, it keeps going no matter what you do. That means you might marry a guy who has a little bit of money. Maybe he makes $50,000 a year, and you think that's a lot of money because you don't know anything about money. He makes $50,000 a year. You don't know anything about money. You think that's great. Then you meet a guy who makes $100,000 a year, or worse, a guy who makes $300,000 or $500,000. And the further up you go, the less successful you're going to be, because first of all, you're going to be older, and number two, those guys are going to be wanting the tens. And if you're not a 10, you can't even play the game, right? You're not. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or not. You can't even play the game. It also sets you up for failed intimacy, which means increased divorce. That means that if you have, they have literally did the case study that said that women who have had more than like two partners, count them, two, one, two, a high school sweetheart and somebody in college, more than two, more than likely will get a divorce. More than likely. They have a specific number. I didn't write down the number. More than two has an increased likelihood of divorcing. And divorce is bad. I know the news doesn't want to tell you that, but divorce is bad. Divorce is terrible. And please don't give me, well, I know a girl and the guy was doing this, and that's just that one guy. There are other thousands and thousands and thousands of marriages where that doesn't happen at all. Millions. Do you know the case of a bad marriage is in the like 1 percentile? True story. Of all the marriages that happen, it's in the 1 percentile that something criminal happens. I'm beating around the bush, but you know what I'm talking about. Something really bad, something seriously bad happens. We're not talking about you argue. A lot of times, just people are emotional and they argue. Emotional. And it's, well, I'm not happy. Why aren't you happy? I'm not happy because you're boring. Okay, well, uh, that's because you're trying to put on a role that you're not supposed to be in. You're supposed to be the one who settles the man. How can the man be boring if you're supposed to be the one to settle him? He's supposed to be the one that's all wild and all that sort of stuff, and you're settling him. You see the problem? You see the problem? He's boring. He's not spontaneous. You're supposed to sap all of this is this is advice your internet dad is giving you. You're supposed to be the one that is the wet blanket. You're supposed to be the one that tells the kids, okay, did you wash your hands? Did you brush your teeth? Did you put on your pajamas? Did you clean all your toys? You're supposed to be the wet blanket. And you're supposed to be the one that says, wait till your father gets home. Why are you saying wait till your good father? Because the father is supposed to be the wild, unexpected one. The kids already know what you're gonna do. You're gonna nag, and you might, smack them on the leg or something like that. But for the most part, you're supposed to be the wet blanket in the relationship. That's your whole purpose. That's your whole feminine purpose. You're not supposed to be wild. Right? You're supposed to be the one saying, no, honey, let's not go out tonight. We went out last week. Let's sit home and watch a room with a view. I don't even know what that is. I think it's a movie, right? And ultimately, the trading up lifestyle sets you up for a failed life because you end up at 28 without a husband, without kids. And for all of you all who's not every, please stop that. That's not an argument. Stop saying stuff like that. Not everybody. Not everybody. Do you know women are so unhappy because they don't have a husband, don't have kids. And for all you arguing about that, some woman who doesn't want kids, who doesn't want to be married, that's just that woman. The rest of you want kids. The rest of you want a husband. Sorry to tell you, I'm trying to bring reality to you. If you're a 5, you're not going to attract a 10. Unless you are amazing in the bedroom. And I mean amazing. Right? If you're a 5, you need to go look for 2 or a man who's a 2. Maybe then, you could be happy with your life. Still today, women work only 50% to down to 10% of what a man works in their lifespan. So, this whole notion that you don't need a man, who's going to fund your life? And women are unhappy because they can't do that. They can't just, after the first kid, retire, which is what a lot of women have been doing, but those days are very short. As time marches on and this whole division between men and women comes on, I'm trying to give you some sort of tools that you're going to rethink your life and maybe I don't need to be a part of this trade up lifestyle. Maybe I don't need to be a part of this consumerism lifestyle. Maybe I don't need maybe I don't need to be sitting around. to go from guy to guy to guy. Maybe I don't need that. Maybe I need to find a guy and settle him. Hmm? Maybe that's what I need to do. And maybe I need to come to grips with what am I going to do with my life. And it seems that a profession is not the answer, because that is leaving women very unhappy. It seems that the wish to have a profession over the family, it is now outweighing the whole family thing, to the point where women are leaving the family. That means increased divorces. That means a lack of children, a lack of marrying, and when you're married, it's increasing divorces, and then that leads to this whole regret at the age of 40. Who is having the most children now? Women aged 40. Is that a little bit? Huh? First of all, it's unhealthy. First of all, it's not 100%. That means that of the women who are 40 vying for children, there are millions who can't have them. It's too late. It's already a done deal. So I just wanted to speak on this topic and say, hey, you need to come to terms with this. This whole celebrity lifestyle is not for you. You're a 5. You're a 2. You're a 7 at best. And do you know that men laugh at stuff, and men are not impressed by how much money you make at all. They're not impressed by your success. They're not impressed by how smart you are. They're not. That is not your role in the relationship. Not with a man. With somebody else, that might be. For your employer, that might be great. Oh, really? Oh, really? You've done that? Oh, that's fantastic. You're hired. But for a relationship with a man, that is not what they're looking for. They don't care how much money you make, because they're not looking for you to support them. So why would they care how much money you make? Why would they care what successes you made academically? They're not looking to you for any sort of leadership. That is not, and you're getting away from all of the roles that actually matter in an actual relationship. I know how much people talk about these are gender roles and they must be destroyed. No, they shouldn't. Because women are now unhappy with the men who said, okay, you want to change gender roles? Let's change some gender roles around here. Okay, I'll stay at home. I'll take care of the kids. And unhappy, divorce. Divorce. Unhappy. I'm telling you, good advice. Stick with the gender roles. Stick with it. You're the woman. He's the man. Stick with that. Trust me, it's successful. And trust me, you should marry when you're young. And you should have kids when you're young. If you wait till you're 40 years old, first of all, it's not a guaranteed thing at all. First of all, and you can't bounce back. You want to have two children? You trust me, when you're 40 years old and you have that first child, let's say you're lucky and you have the first child, it's going to take you some time to bounce back at 40 years old for that second child, as compared to if you were 18. If you were 18, you could be popping them out and recover. You could have that dancer body in a couple of months. I was doing ballet in a company, and they brought in a special teacher from the different city to come train us in the company, specific to ballet. And she was out to here, pregnant, at the bar. I blinked, she went and had the baby, and she came back. I thought it was the next couple of days. And she was just as thin as ever. I said, Weren't you pregnant? She laughed. Oh, yes. I bounced right back. Anyway, let's go. And up, and 2, and up, and 3, and up. Yeah. Doesn't happen at 40. And she wasn't 40. Thank you all for watching. I hope this actually helps. So, trading up bad. Let me just say that. Trading up bad. I know you think you're doing something, but you're not. If anything, you're giving away all of the precious years of your life. Your good, precious years. 18 you could have been dedicating to a man. One man. One dude. From a good family. From a good family. With good morals. And a good culture. And good class. Educated. The whole 9 yards. That's what you need to be looking for. Not some dude who drives a Maserati. What's his name? One of the YouTubers got one of the only Lamborghinis of that type in all of Great Britain. Crashed it the next week. It was here and gone. That's not what you do. You need to marry up. Thank you all for watching.